OTR views, man. Got my dog in the building, man. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Another day at it.
Mr. 96, man. What's your official name? Like, what do you go by?
I go by Mr.96.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Most people shorten it at just 9, you know what I'm saying? Or I hit them with the Mr. 9 just to keep it short and sweet with them. But yeah, for sure, Mr.96, you know, worldwide is just the brand, worldwide is just the understanding.
Okay. Now I want to dive into that a little bit, just because I want to know, like, where does that come from?
What, the name itself?
The name itself. Like, when did you start going by that, and why?
So originally, you know, I kept it as like, you know, 96 real. So my last name is surreal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So over the span of my life, my last name has always been a part of a nickname of some sort, this, that, and the third. So, but my favorite, I ended up coming down to Mr.96 as I was like crafting it out for like branding purposes and trying to make it more easy to communicate with people. You know what I'm saying? But the Mr. part, I took time to watch a lot of different documentaries, and one of them they called me was James Brown's.
Okay.
And James Brown would make people, specifically people of the other race, refer to him as Mr. James Brown to imply his respect off rip. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I adapted. I adopted the Mr. and put it in the head. It also goes back to an artist from Houston, Mr. 32.
Mr. 32.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's in the same understanding, the same wavelength of that.
It's an older artist.
Yeah, 3-2. He's like a Houston legend. You know what I'm saying? He's a part of like.
Bro,
he's from the clique. He's from the south side.
Okay. Okay. I be telling bro, like I'm not even from Houston. I grew up here, but I wasn't involved in anything.
Some research, you know.
Yeah, I gotta definitely.
But it's
do
definitely
research.
like just a a cultural understanding.
Well, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then that also brings in the 9-6. Of course, I'm born in 9-6.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For
Me
one,
too, man.
but
Me
my
too.
favorite Screw song growing up was the So Real freestyle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then when that, ironically, that's my last name. I always identified it. It was like my, you know what I'm saying, my anthem for me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And when the song starts, it's 9-6, screwed up click. You know what I'm saying? So like I've always resonated with that year, other than it being my birth year, as like a very pivotal and important time in music, especially in like Houston culture. So I feel like I embody that. You know what I'm saying? It's how I carry myself and how I present the game. You know what I'm saying? It's real. That time period is for me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though if that's the realest time period in music, you know what I'm saying? If I'm the realest nigga walking, you know what I'm saying? It's Mr.96, and here we are.
I like that. I like how you put that together, though. So, like, is that kind of where musically you get your dialect when it comes to making music? Like, is that where that comes from? Is that where it stems from, or is it just something else that kind of motivated the raps that you rap? Because you're not like a normal, everyday type of rapper.
What you mean by that? What you mean I'm not a normal one?
When I say that, not normal. Let's take that.
I'm listening. Yeah, I understand.
That's not even the word that I should use, though. Normal? Nah. Everyday rapper.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, everyday rappers, it's just whoop, wop, wham, slide.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, even everybody not talking about slide and killer, but majority is just like it's a bop.
I'm not doing what the trend is doing.
Right. It's exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's real rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So
do it come from that? I mean, overall, I mean, yeah, I'm from South Park. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm born where it originates. On top of that, but growing up, you know, I'm raised by a lot of women, so I listen to a lot of jazz and R&B. I grew up on MLK. I used to, you know, MLK Day. I can go outside. The slabs, you know, that's coming down my front yard.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm right there. I was right there. MLK and Ricky. My barbershop name was Players. You know, it's Players. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is kind of instilled in me a certain type of way as like a way of life. So, but yeah, I grew up listening to jazz, R&B, but I grew up writing poetry. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people used to think when I was writing poetry, this, that, and the third, that they were supposed to be raps. You know what I'm saying? And then later down in life, I get to, you know, middle school, high school time, and I'm riding around with some homies that's nephews of Slim Thug, so I get to see the back ends of a lot of these things. You know what I'm saying? That kind of help, push me in the direction I end up going.
Right. Because I was about to say, like, I wouldn't have thought that you were raised by women. You know what I'm saying?
Why you say
Like,
that?
because like certain people that are raised by women, you can kind of tell off rip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh,
just like
know certain characteristics.
Yeah,
of certain
it's certain
things.
characteristics.
Yeah,
Little things like that. Not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but
Nah.
you can tell. It's like you don't come up with that.
I mean,
type
well,
of
for
energy.
sure, like my family is like majority women, especially intermediately. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, uh, that doesn't not include the men along my life that I've met that help raise me a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like my pops wasn't always around, but I'd have my partner's pops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or one of the OGs on the block that we just around each other, and I learned the game everywhere I needed to learn the game. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't just a mama's boy under my mama's hip or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It was like shit. My mama knew I was gonna be outside today.
And I think like we was probably one of the last years to grow up with that village. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I say village, like your community, you go outside,
Yeah.
even if your pop's not around. You know what I'm saying? He probably cool with.
I'm cool with everybody.
Everybody
uncle.
on the block.
I can walk into everybody's house the same way I
Yeah.
walk into mine. You know what I'm saying? If I need to pull somebody aside, I can sit down and have a one-on-one with whoever I need to talk to, man to man, uncle to uncle, auntie to aunties. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll move around my way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you say you grew up in South Park. Like now, for people that are not from Houston, period.
Yeah.
Explain South Park. Like what kind of
South Park is South Park is the south side of Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? That's the origin of all of the culture that you see when it comes down to the screwed up cliques, to this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, I was born in South Park, but I was raised in the Southwest. You know, so I'm an A-Lee baby. You know what I'm saying? So like my birthright is down here. You know what I'm saying, on Ricky MLK, but you can definitely find at a certain point you can find me on the Claudine. You know what I'm saying? I'm somewhere down West Tama, for sure on West Tama.
Would you say it's a difference like between A-Leaf and
yeah, there's a difference. One is definitely a little bit more hood, the other one's definitely more suburban.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? However you want to look at it, but you still got the same type of characters in different rooms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it just comes off a little different. But the South is the South. That's you gonna go to Timmy Chan's, you know what I'm saying, down there, and over here you might go to Cane's.
Right.
That's the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Like Cane's.
The boys still got that shit on their hip.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
It don't
exactly.
matter. It don't make no difference. It's just, everybody got it. They just got it different. You know what I'm saying? Shit, environmentals.
Right. Now, growing up, bro, like, when would you say, like, you kind of got involved in anything requiring, like, music or...
Well, before all of this, like I said, before all this, I was a cameraman.
Okay.
I started off as a photographer.
Okay.
So I had a blog I was starting called Central Underground back in like 2015, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to places like Bob Breezy used to be at this underground spot.
Yeah, I remember that.
I forgot. I can't even think what it's called right now.
Exactly what you're talking about.
East Down Warehouse.
Yeah.
And we would be there. That's back when Don Tolliver was still coming up, Tisa, Sonny, everybody. A lot of people ran through East Down Warehouse by way of Breezy.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm a product of that too, in the sense of that's where I met a lot of these people that I know today.
Thanks.
I used to go in there with my camera, do recap videos, come back around, do interviews, and that's what I cared about. I always like being in the shadows. I like being in the background, and you know what I'm saying. And all my work was for the sake of other people before it was for me. You know what I'm saying. So that's one thing about my character that made me move around the way I move. But it started with the camera. It started me writing poetry, and it just kind of, as I realized that poetry wasn't a thing anymore. You ain't nobody about to just become no famous poet in 2020 nothing. You know what I'm saying? You
Hey
know,
man, you never know
you
nowadays,
you
bro.
well today you might not know.
You,
Now that boys
yeah,
got TikTok, they got all these other things that have
it's
outlets. We didn't have TikTok
we
wasn't a thing in
right
2015.
facts,
You know, and
facts.
people the way people use Instagram now ain't the way they was using it then. But overall, that's what got me in. I was be shooting music videos,
Hmm.
you know, shoot whatever it took to be in the right room. I mean, I was there.
Hmm.
Radio stations, whatever. Like I was in every room necessary that my character and my camera got me to.
Okay. So, at what point did you stop pursuing that specifically? And I'm asking you that because I started off as a blogger for sure, but I went into that field of being a cameraman for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the things I hated the most, bro.
What, being a cameraman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause people play with you a certain type of way.
Yeah, it's like
It's almost demeaning when you have more to you.
right.
That's
Yeah,
that's
I'm
and that's
glad
really
that you
that's
said
really
that.
all it is. Is like there's more to you than just the
Just
camera and
holding
how
the
they
camera.
how they move you around. I'm everybody's a tool to somebody.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? However, I'm not just a wrench. You know what I'm saying?
right,
You're not gonna talk to me and treat me like one either.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? But to answer your question, alongside of being a cameraman, and before I got into like really transitioning to music of myself, I was a club promoter.
Okay.
So I'm in the club for real. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like from 2017 to 2020, 2021. I got like good five some years in the game of
Okay.
playing around in the clubs over there with in crowd. And we
So this
had
was like limelight era.
no, this ain't Limelight area. This is I mean if you're familiar with a club when I started.
Well, limelight era. That's a little
Yeah,
older. Yeah, yeah. That's way
that's back
older.
when I was like partying a little
Facts,
bit.
facts, facts,
Uh,
facts. Okay.
but when I started, there was a club on Washington called Therapy.
Okay, I remember
You know what I'm
therapy.
saying? Therapy Thursdays, that was it.
I remember therapy Thursdays
We
for
was
sure.
active in Therapy Thursdays.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had a camera in one hand, a bottle of Hennessy in the other. You know what I'm saying? They used to
Okay,
wonder how I
wow.
got my job done until
Yeah.
I showed them shit 1,000 photos and
Hmm.
a full activity. You know what I'm saying? And shit, everybody used to come through there, but that's that's when I made my last. I guess I took my last photo.
Hmm.
You know, but it wasn't a bad thing. It was just time for me to like. They wanted to see me grow. They wanted to elevate some things. Some things was changing. Life changes.
Right.
Everybody wants more and less needs to happen sometimes.
Fact.
So, I put my camera up. You know what I'm saying, and then. Along on the back end of that, I started working with a different group of individuals. I get a phone call one day, Trippie Redd in the city, like, man, we need you to shoot. You know what I'm saying? That brought me over to working at Takeover. You know what I'm saying? A
Hmm.
little bit, and then that's how I got introduced to a lot more in terms of like just the music, more of the music side of things, and more of the industry related things.
Hmm.
Um, but that's how I made my out and my transition from being cameraman to anything else. I really started being more of a network based off of all the connections I made over these years, and just
Right.
people started calling me. Like being a club promoter, I wasn't worried about selling sections as much. I was worried about the DJ.
Hmm.
I sit by the DJ all the time, and people try to come up, request songs. You know what I'm saying? People trying to get music played, or you're an artist and stand third, you gotta line this up. I started just dry managing my DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm there, I'm up there every day, cause like shit, I ain't care about being in those sections. I ain't here to pop no bottles with you. I'm about this, and the hookah man know I ain't paying the high ass hookah price. Listen, I'm gonna get it for 20. I'm gonna do this. We gonna kick it here. Whoop de whoop. My eyes is open. You know what I'm saying? Something happened, I can see it. I'm on the stage. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I've been that man. I've been that for a while.
Now, in the midst of the club promoting, like, was there ever times where you just like, bro, like, cause between the time where you were club promoting and what's going on right now,
Hmm.
it's kind of like a different situation, and it's a conversation that's been going on for the last few months actually.
Okay, I'm all ears. What you talking about?
People are not really liking the club scene as much as they used to.
Yeah, boys ain't dancing no more.
Yeah, it's a section thing, you know. It's you know, a lot of money that you gotta spend before you even get in the door. To be honest with you,
For sure.
but once you get in the door, it's more money to be spent. Like, was it like a big jump in between that? Because I feel like beforehand you could go to the club and vibe, regardless if you get in a section or not. You go vibe.
I think everybody was dancing before COVID. Everybody stopped dancing. Like, they stopped dancing with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, every Thursday days, like, I'm gonna say like this, you know, Be King, right? There's an era of individuals right now that don't understand Be King music. And that's like, they know it's club music, they know it's lit music, they know it's that, but they don't know how to, like, when Throw That Ass in the Circle come on now, niggas don't know how to get behind a female. They don't do that no more.
Right.
There's no, it's all a look, a flex, you know what I'm saying? We over here, y'all over there thing, and, you know, there's no intermingling. There's no real fun to be had. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen, like, I've watched people interact in the club from distance of section and, like, literally wait till the end.
They'll spend another $300 rather to, like, pop a bottle.
Yeah, like,
than actually enjoy the moment.
Literally.
Like, phone in pocket, turned up, like, you know, like this Houston, you know, and Houston dance culture has a lot to do with Dallas dance culture.
Right.
Boys used to jig, you know what I'm saying? I used to dance. I tell people all the time, I just don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm a two-stepper now. You know what I'm saying? You can catch me at the R&B spot. Yeah. And so, like, things have changed over time because of that. You know, there was a time period where, sections. I watched, you said Limelight, that same venue turned into a place called Space. I used to work at Space as a club promoter. I remember when there was only 40 sections. You know, probably 20 down here, some upstairs. I remember when there was 70 sections downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Right. 80 this, that, and third. And that's all due to COVID. We was one of the first cities to open up when it came to COVID.
Right. I remember that.
And everybody, that's when all y'all out of towners came down here, started trying to live the Houston life because y'all wanted to be unvaccinated. You know what I'm saying? And run the game around here.
Still be able to do God knows
that's all it is. People just, it was no more fun being had in the club. People ain't dancing. They're not really enjoying themselves. Like, you know, the dance flow going. There's no expressing yourself happening. You know, it's just expressing, it's pocket watching. That really is. It's just a whole bunch of game of pocket watching. You know what I'm saying? Little fashion show, little pocket watching fashion show that boys having nowadays inside the club, and, you know, dirty macking. A lot of dirty macking, you know.
A lot of that going on.
Your girl in this section today, she over here today. Now you mad? Now boys plex and whatever.
A cycle.
Yeah, it's just
so. Let me ask you this: so if they took sections out the club, because that's basically the conversation. If they took sections out the club, do you think it'll go back to how things used to be?
If they minimize sections in the club, yes. You know what I'm saying?
So don't take them completely, but minimize them.
Yeah, if you think about like old movies, they always had sections. They always had like the VIP. The VIP need to go back to being VIP.
The VIP. Okay.
You need to be very important.
Right.
Okay. Let's
go back. In Houston,
let's go back to catering to people that are very important. Not everybody's very important.
You know, in Houston, everybody's very.
They're not.
Like,
they not.
You can't tell some of these folks. Like,
they not. I've said this before. You know what I'm saying? There's like there's probably a max 100 real niggas in Houston. Max. Somebody like
max are like 100 real niggas.
No, I say that because it's like there's a set amount of people that actually get the phone calls.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you talk Houston club scene, you know you gonna call Bird, you gonna call A-Life, you know you gonna call Will, you know you can call Molo. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's 4, 5. And when you go down that list of people that's actually getting a phone call to make it happen, that's what you got. Those are only very important people I can think of. You know what I'm saying? You got your rappers, your A, B, and C's. Everybody outside of that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just because you did a song don't make you important today. I don't care how many bottles you pop. I've never cared about that. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't really faze me.
I don't think anybody care about that besides maybe women. Maybe.
Yeah, women care about it than feminine women, and feminine men care about it. You know what I'm saying? That's in competition with the next man. Like that's all that is. I
never understood. I'm not going bottle for bottle with nobody really.
I mean, hey bro, do your thing. People, you know, however you. Hey man, there's a saying, man. Get it how you live, dog.
That should have had you.
Get it how you live.
I can't.
Be yourself. If that's what you are, I'm not hating on you. I don't care. It don't feed me. And it for sure ain't feeding you tomorrow after you didn't drunk after you done poured it out.
You didn't drunk your damn money up. You ain't got nothing for tomorrow.
It ain't doing much. Ain't shit.
So like, what would your definition of a real nigga be then? Because you said like you set the bar. You said there's 100 real niggas in Houston. That's gonna be the caption. Bro said 100 bricks max. So what is your definition so that people, when they get in the comments and saying God knows whatever,
100. When I refer to it as like real niggas,
like what's a real nigga?
And then like real women, it's real individuals, real people who actually get the job done, who actually, are dependable, reliable to see the vision through. You know what I'm saying? I leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's in the street game or not, just set people that hey, I need to check in, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then set people when it's like, hey, I need a section. You know who to call. You know who's going to get it done. Mm-hmm. And those people know the rest of them. Mm-hmm. We're all in the same understanding pipeline circle of some sort. It's not a real country club that you can actually go to or nothing, but there's an understanding. There's a set amount of people with that understanding.
So you would say like you would feel like, okay, not even just this city, but any city that you go to, you feel like there's a certain there's a circle that you would need to get in contact.
Everybody got a big homie, for sure.
To have a good time, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because some people will try to turn it into some other shit. Like, oh, well, you got to check in with this person because it's street shit.
No, it's not about checking in.
So I want to clear that up, too.
Yes, no, it's not about that.
I'm saying, like, having a good time.
Yeah, like when it comes to the club, and it's about who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like go to the places that match you. Like nowadays you can't find me in like no hip hop scene. I don't even listen to rap most of my day. You know what I'm saying?
Me either.
I don't identify or align with what's really being played in most of the clubs nowadays.
Or what's being said.
What's being said. Like the music ain't there for me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I go to R&B spots. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's about where you choose to go. But like I said, like somebody's, playing the game, talking to, the floor level promoter. Mm-hmm. Somebody's calling the boss. Mm.
Okay.
You call them, there's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you call Will, Will's gonna clear a section out.
Right.
You call somebody underneath Will, they gotta ask Will.
Nice.
That's that.
Nice.
I'm over here calling Will.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here. Everybody else, y'all can play that game. You know what I'm saying? I'm with them.
So so name your top 3 places that you would recommend people to go to, and then we're gonna get off of this. We're gonna get into the music after this.
I won't say places because things change different nights. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I can't just say places. I say if you're looking to have a good time in Houston.
That's a very media trained response, by the way. I know that.
If you're looking to have a good time in Houston, man, if you trying to have a good time in the sections, turned up, be with the ballers, of course I'm gonna say you need to call Will. You need to call In Crowd. In Crowd got it going on for sure. You know what I'm saying? If you got a more of an elegant vibe to yourself, you know what I'm saying, you trying to be for sure still with the ballers and probably dress it up a little bit differently. Go over there, go talk to A-Life, you know what I'm saying? Go get with the good fellas. They got something going on. And if you just trying to vibe, chill, have a good R&B player vibe, you know what I'm saying? Right now, somebody that's coming up, the Proper Group. Proper, they've been doing their thing. Proper Studios, you know what I'm saying? The homie Emmanuel and them. They got some cool vibes going on. That's normally where you can find me at. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the player shit.
What kind of events do they? This is my first time hearing.
Yeah, R&B. Like they host. Okay. Right now they be at Reset on Thursdays. Okay. Normally they run in the good R&B Thursday nights over at Reset, and they got some real good DJs. They got DJ Shantae pulling up, My Papaya pulling up.
Okay.
They got some real. The ones. They got the ones.
The original
They got the ones.
Okay.
There's 100 of us.
There's 100
There's 100 of us.
Right.
DJ Shantae's for sure in there, you know what I'm saying? Maya Papayas for sure in there, you know what I'm saying? She's getting that phone call.
For sure. Shout out to both of them.
Blessings soon.
Definitely on that list. Okay. Let's get into the music, man. Greater Days, man.
For sure.
The project.
Every day's a greater day.
Talk to me about it, man. Like, what were you feeling? What was the energy like when you were creating this? What was going on in your life?
In life, man, a lot of the music, a lot of what's written on Greater Days, was written a few years back.
Hmm.
Say that to say, I was just manifesting everything you hear on every one of them songs,
Okay.
and like honestly, I've attained it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like talking about having worldwide on the chain. I ain't had the chain when I wrote that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And shoot, a lot of everything kind of transpired later on for it to make sense. You know. But yeah, man, Greater Days itself is the mantra that I have created for myself, and I wish that other people were to adopt for them. It's every day is a great day,
Hmm.
and days when things aren't as great, you have now learned something to make tomorrow a greater day.
Hmm.
So there's no such thing as today not being a great day. You know what I'm saying? It's always a choice. You know what I'm saying? A wise man once always says, you, every day you have two things, a chance and a choice.
Hmm.
That's Big J. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And
I'm about to say, I know that. I
that's
know
Big
that
J.
group.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I think to take that a little further, um, every day you had a chance to make today a greater day. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
I refuse to, and it was really a thing where I stopped allowing people to create forks in my day.
Hmm.
When somebody asks you how your day going, you have the option to tell them, "Oh man, it's bad," and now you projecting your that energy to them.
Right.
They
Right.
day that might have been good. Now you didn't turn them down a little bit. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, and vice versa. I choose to keep it there at
Hmm.
great. You know what I'm saying. So at minimum, you either inspired, envious, something that makes you want to go up. You know what I'm saying? And my day might be bad,
Hmm.
but I'm gonna just tell you every time, like, hey man, it can only get greater. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
And
good energy
at
to
that
have.
point, it's just that's why I set my wavelength at.
Yeah.
A lot of people are any and everywhere with their mind, their
Hmm.
actions, their character. Mine's is always set at this tone. You know what I'm saying? Great,
That's good.
at minimum.
Especially what's going on in the world right now, man.
Yeah.
It
You gotta
shouldn't
have your own
matter.
structures, your own disciplines. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't. Uh, man, the game's so crazy. A lot of people don't have what I refer to as the MVPs. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Morals, values, and principles. They don't have them no more. People
Love
don't.
that.
We not taught them no more. Ain't
Hmm.
nobody checking nobody on them no more. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We don't, as a culture, as people. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that structure embedded in us no more. So I stick to mine at minimum, and I share mine with my people.
So and that's what I was about to say. So do you require a certain level of that amongst your circle of
Do I
people that
require it?
you
Yeah, for sure. I
that
require
you
it. You know what I'm
that
saying?
that you
And I'm gonna
allow yourself
impose
to
it at
hang around?
minimum.
Okay.
I'm gonna impose it. If my man's having a crazy situation going on, I'm gonna steer him in the greater days direction.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I can't. I took some vows on behalf of the religion that I am. I'm Buddhist. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So I took some vows, and one of the vows is no intoxication.
Mm.
Now, it sounds like I'm just talking about drinking this, that, and the third, but it's also I can't intoxicate my fellow person. I can't steer you with the wrong way with bad information, bad communication, bad anything, bad intention, etc.
Nah, I got
I can't steer nobody that direction.
you.
You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So I won't intoxicate nobody with uh, anything less than great.
Makes sense. That makes sense because especially like I said, with people's energy and the things that you allow around you, that shit can affect everything that you got going on.
Yeah.
If you vibrating at a low, you know what I'm saying, stance, it's kind of you gotta hold yourself at a certain standard
Right.
when it comes to that. So let me ask you this too, man. As far as marketing the music, pushing the music, the media attention, things like that, in Houston, like how do you feel about the current standards of all of that? Do you feel like there's places where you can still grow as an artist within the media people here, or any
Hmm.
type of circle for that in Houston? Like, how do you feel about that?
I feel like the game is very free format. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because uh, the next person don't have the connections I have.
Right.
So you really got to get it how you live. You know what I'm saying? So based off of where you at, who you know, do the best you can. You
Before
know,
yourself though, like
for me,
just for you.
oh, for me, man, I wear so many hats, man. It'd be hard for me to be 100% in artist mode to even like dive fully into that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
However, when it comes to the connections that I have, I do what suits me best.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really do open mics or nothing like that.
Right.
You know, I'm not too egotistical. However, I do know I'm above certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to just go to no local shit.
Like showcases.
Yeah,
And like that.
I'm not. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? However, on behalf of some of my friends who got something real going on and they got some real quality uh, artists, you know, that I like, it's more so about the quality of the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be in a boiling pot of random people
Right.
that just started yesterday. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that it's not fair or nothing. It's just not me. It's not
And it's
the
not
room.
beneficial. I
It's not
tell people
beneficial.
it's not beneficial.
It's not beneficial for
performing
me
in
if
front of people.
I'm already somewhere further. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Or if I
yeah.
have the ability to be further, put myself in a bigger shoe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now my homies, I got my homie Mateo. He does Moody Mart at Axelrad. You know, once a month he pulls out real quality artists that everybody can account for. You know what I'm saying? And they have a good crowd there. You know what I'm saying? My first time performing there, we had a crowd of 250 people. And that was my first time performing in a very long time with my new music. And that was a great opportunity, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like you got to go where it matches you at.
Yeah, I always tell people, like, just depending on who I'm talking to, you bound to either hear about the same circle of people that you already know about, or there's like a whole another circle of like people that's kind of considered underground.
Yeah.
That really do things like what you saying.
Yeah,
like
like-
have a certain quality of.
There's tiers to it, honestly. You know what I'm saying? You kind of got to know the tiers, like, and it's respectful. Like, you not every newcomer into music is going to be able to stand on the stage with Kiati.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On Mondays, it's like, you know, he gives everybody the opportunity. However, it's not going to do what it would do if you go down to where some of the starter people are at and earn your way up, and then you get, you know what I'm saying, pushed, because a person like Bob Breezy, who's been running the underground scene, is good at building artists to where they can get to that point. You know what I'm saying? And it's real left and right. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things in between you can do. There's a lot of different showcases, a lot of different, you know, opportunities that come up, but that's based off of your hustle and like your connections and like how people care about you as an artist.
Right. And how they value you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, man. I feel like we kind of we having a great conversation with all of this. What's something that you kind of want to just, and this is really just to close everything off. We kind of learned a lot, and that's my point of the interview too. I kind of want to get people to know who you are with whatever audience I have as far as people. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of figure out your wave of things, because I feel like people like you don't talk a whole lot. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to like interviews and shit like this.
Right.
And a lot of that needs to occur a little bit more, because everybody tired of the same shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like. I have multiple conversations throughout the
You
day.
get all 100 people in the same room and change the
And
dynamics.
change the entire dynamic, brother. So, what's something that you want to go ahead and get accomplished before the year is over, bro? Like, what?
Man, before the year's over, me personally on the music side, I do want to see a little bit more music out of my self-release.
Okay.
Like I said, I wear a lot of hats, man. I get called, like, where one day I'm an artist, I'm also a manager, I'm also a tour manager, I'm also, if you know me like that, you might can call me and I might pick up a camera. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
Get some slap woods.
Yeah, you can for sure get the slap woods. Y'all know I'm one of the guys.
Big slap woods.
For sure, over on the slap wood side, and it's like we can go all day long with like the hats I wear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's more about just being a little bit more disciplined on the music side for me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people kind of have an understanding of the lane that I have and how it looks on me, and you know how the brand works. I just want to develop it a little bit better. That's why I've been going over to like Axelrad and like developing my show, my performance. Because like I said, some days I am a manager, so I am one of the people. I used to work for Live Nation for like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So like I've watched
And I didn't know that till the end.
Yeah.
I was like, I did
You
not
know,
know that. Really.
like I've watched 1,000 some shows, and I took time to study how the greats do it, the goods do it, the bads do it. You know what I'm saying? So like, it just takes having another me on the outside watching me. You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody else to get on me to do better and to do, you know, provide the greatness that I got in store. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you know, more structure, more discipline, more music.
Okay. All right, man.
That's where I'm always gonna be at. It's always gonna be more structure, more discipline, more music.
Throughout the entire time, no matter what time.
It can only get greater, man. You know what I'm saying? Greater days is always on the way. The day it get bad, shit, it only got greater. I ain't gonna lie, shit. I learned something that day. It's like we learning something right now, man. Mr. 9.
I feel that, man. Shout out your social medias, man. Where can we find you?
You can find me anywhere and everywhere. Mr.96 worldwide. You know, Mr. Mr. dot 96 worldwide. Now, when it comes to music, it's strictly just Mr. 96 now. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide is always implied.
I like how you put that on there. That's
always implied. I might be there, I might not, but shoot, I can get it there.
I feel that, man.
Yeah.